It's about that time of year again where you're looking to shop for gifts or you're being asked what you would like for the holiday season, and in this video, we're going to go over 15 gift ideas for the photographer or videographer in your life. We have a lot to cover, so let's jump into it right away, and I will have timestamps along with the links for all the items mentioned throughout the video down in the description below. If you have an idea for a gift that I didn't mention in this video, make sure to let me know down in the comments below, that way we can add it to the list. I will be listing these items in order from the most expensive to the least, and for the very first one, we're going to go with an on-camera monitor. Monitors are a great way of being able to set up your shot for composition, and they give you a much larger viewing screen. And as you can see, I'm actually using the one for my overhead rig right now, which kind of gives us a weird or trippy effect. Now, they also give you some great additional features that your camera may not have, like false color or focus peaking, along with aspect ratios as well. The one I have in my hand here right now is discontinue, but you usually can find these anywhere from $110 to $180, and that's depending on the size and if it has a touchscreen. For number 2, we're going to go with a Colorchecker, and this is super handy for getting your exposure, white balance, and colors perfect in post. This also is a must-have when you want to match cameras in post as well. Now, this one here is the video model, which can be had for $120, but there's also a video passport model for $150, and I myself will be keeping an eye out for this one to go on sale, as it's a smaller size that fits in your pocket, and I feel like that would be much nicer to have than this big one here. There's also a photo model, which is even cheaper yet, but I prefer the video models as the color chips are the exact colors that you would see on the vector scope in your NLE. The reason for the high prices on these is because of the print quality of the colors. There is cheaper alternatives, but I can't speak for those as I don't have any experience with them. As a bonus, if the color checkers are too expensive for your budget, you could just get these cards here, which are about $10, and these would get you about 75% of the way. Next, at number 3, we're going to go with external storage or hard drives, and these come in a range of different prices. This one I have here from Seagate is 2 terabytes, and you can find it for around $70, and I also have an 8 terabyte that I paid for $115 last year on sale, and both of these have been rock solid for me. The one I love the most is this one here, which is the Samsung T5, and this is actually a solid state drive, and I use this one for all my editing projects as it's much faster than the other two, which I use more for backups. I have the 500 gigabyte model, which is a little bit harder to find now, but the 1 terabyte starts at around $130 when not on sale, and it goes up with size from there. There's also a new T7, which is faster yet, but I have not used that one as this one here has given me no reason to upgrade yet. Number 4 is a must-have for any YouTuber or content creator creating content like this here, and that is the Parrot Teleprompter. I have had this thing for a while now, and I love it. It's probably one of the best purchases I've made since starting the channel, and it's really sped up my recording time as I stumble less on camera. This teleprompter will set you back $100, and it can fit on pretty much any lens as it comes with all the step-up rings needed to mount it, and it also comes with a Bluetooth remote that will control your phone when using the Teleprompter app. If you want to see more information on this teleprompter, I will link my review of it in the cards and down in the description below. Number 5 is vlogging or tabletop tripods, and I will list a few options to fit your price range. For around $20, you can get the Pixel from Manfrotto, which isn't really that bad for the money. For $50, you can get the GorillaPod, which has been around for ages and is still a popular choice to this day. I had this one from Sururi, I think that's how you pronounce it, and I like this one a lot as it packs down small, is quick to use, and it's built like a champ, and you can find this one for $70. And lastly, at $100, we have the SwitchPod, which is a little newer, but it's super light and compact, but the only downside to this one is that it doesn't come with a ball head. These will all be handy and serve their purpose well, but make note that you could use it for more than just a camera, as it could be used for setting up lights or monitors on a table or desk as well. Number 6 is going to be a small pocket or RGB light. There's a bunch of different ones out on the market, but these are super useful as a practical or hair or rim light in a setup like I have right now, along with product B-roll to help backlight your subject. As you can see with this one here, I can adjust the color temperature along with the RGB colors if I want to have a splash of color in my setup. The one I have in my hand here is the Cine R1, which costs $65 at the time of this video, and I will be having a review coming out on this light in the very near future, so stay tuned for that. Some other ones I would look into are the Aperture MC, the Bowling P1, and the Falconize F7, but these ones are a little bit more pricey, but they're very nice lights as well, with having features like slightly better build quality, being magnetic, and app integration. Next at 7, we have light stands or C-stands. I feel like these are one of those things that you can never have enough of, and light stands are pretty affordable at $20 for a cheap 2-pack, up to $80 if you want a sturdier setup. C-stands are much more rigid, and this is great for when you have a heavier light or you need an overhead rig, and you can find these for a little over $100 and up. A great gift at number 8 is a camera bag, and I have the Lowepro Pro Tactical 450 in the first version, which is no longer around, but the second version is around $170, but I'll link to a cheaper solution in a few minutes. A camera bag is a must if you're ever traveling or shooting and editing on the go, and with this one, I can have everything I need to get my work done with having my camera, lenses, laptop, and all my different cables in one bag. A much more affordable bag is actually the one that my girlfriend has, which is only $60, and again, you can fit a lot of gear in this bag as well as a smaller laptop. We can't go the whole video without mentioning audio, so at number 9 we have microphones, and the one I like to recommend is the Rode Video Micro, which is only $60. This is a great mic for on-camera vlogging or for booming overhead for shots like this again, but it's also amazing for scratch audio or a backup source if you need to sync your really nice source in post. I also like the Movo VXR10, which is kind of a knockoff to the Rode at only $40, but it comes with a cord that you can use with your phone as well. I've done a few videos comparing these two microphones, so if you want to check those out, I will have them in the cards and down in the description below. Number 10, we have SD cards, and this is a great gift as again, we can never have enough storage solutions when capturing media. For most cameras like my A6400, I like the SanDisk Extreme Pro as it does the trick at a great price, while on my GH5, I like using the Lexar Professional 1667X as I can shoot up to 4K 10-bit 422 up to 400 megabits per second on this card, which is insane for its price. The SanDisk is around $35 and the Lexar is only around $30, and this is for a 128GB size card, so if you need only 64GB or less, it's even cheaper. As a bonus, you can add in an SD card holder like this one here for about $10, and this is super nice as your cards won't get damaged or wander away from you at all. Number 11 is going to be a 5-in-1 reflector, and this is very useful to manipulate light as it has everything you need to diffuse, bounce, or flag light. These can be had anywhere from $20 to $30, but another cheap option which I use all the time is foam board, and as you can see, you can get it in white or you can even get it in black to bounce or flag your light. Foam board can be found pretty much anywhere, and I paid about $3 per sheet at Hobby Lobby, and what you can do is get 4 pieces and tape them together into a square to create a really inexpensive floppy. Just like you can't have enough storage, you can never have too much battery power, so at number 12 we're gonna have batteries, and this could be for your camera or even your lights as well. I will link to some of the more popular batteries down below, but you can always search your camera model with battery behind it on Amazon, and that will more than likely get you squared away. One of the best things to have for your studio setup is magic arm and clamps, which is number 13 on our list. So how this works is you're able to take this and mount it to basically anything that this will clamp to, and then you have this little knob here, and when you loosen this, this all becomes adjustable here, and you can articulate it to any direction that you need to. I use these all the time to mount lights, recorders, monitors, mics, you name it, and other gear or objects where I wouldn't be able to put a stand, or I use it to save floor space. These range anywhere from $15 and up, and it's one of those items where once you realize how useful it is, you'll be glad that you had it and you'll get more. Number 14 on our list is a camera cleaning kit, and these come in all different varieties, but most of the time they'll come with a dust brush, a blower, lens pen, cleaning solution, and wipes or cloths. This is something that every photographer or videographer needs, and this would make a great gift, and you could buy some of these items like the dust blower here, for example, individually if you wanted to. Last but not least, at 15, we have quick release plates and clamps, and these can be had for around $15 to $20. This is something that would make an excellent gift, I feel, as I find myself using Arca Swiss clamps and plates all the time to mount my camera from one setup to another or building different rigs. One of my favorite features when it comes to Arca Swiss is the ability to load and unload my rig from the top, and I use these things for everything. I use these on my tripod ball heads, on the fluid heads, on a slider, overhead rigs, or anytime I'm using a cage or building some type of rig. I'm always using Arca Swiss because it just makes everything universal. It makes everything quick and easy to use. The nice thing about having all the same plates and clamps is that you never have to screw your camera onto anything ever again. And once I have a plate on my camera, it very rarely ever comes off, and I can easily take it on and off different tripods or stands in seconds. So that's gonna do it for this one. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you all have a happy and safe holiday season. And if you found this video helpful, make sure you hit that thumbs up button down below and subscribe if you wanna see more content like this in the future. And I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace.